Have you ever asked yourself, how can I find companies hiring for jobs that my service or product solves perfectly? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. My name is Saad, and I scaled my sales system agency to 100K a month, building automated lead generation systems in Make.com. And if you're still struggling to find companies hiring for jobs that your service or product solves, then we need to fix that. I'll break down one of the proven systems that I personally use, along with many others, to generate warm leads on autopilot. I'll walk you through the Make.com system step by step. I'm also going to rebuild it live in front of you so you can go ahead and do the same. And all the resources are going to be in the description, like always. So whether you're first starting out trying to get your first client, or you are an established business looking to scale, this video is for you. Okay, everyone. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to walk you guys through a whimsical, basically a flow chart on how the system works. So you kind of get an idea beforehand. And then I'm going to walk you guys through in like a visual way in Make.com so you can see the modules working and the system working in real time. So we are scraping companies hiring for certain roles. In our case, I'm just scraping companies hiring for sales, just because as a sales team agency, the best client you could get is a company hiring for sales or sales rep or any like sales role, really, just because it signals that they are looking to expand and looking to grow their pipeline, etc., etc. So I'm just scraping companies hiring for sales. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm using a scraper in Apify, and it's called Advanced LinkedIn Job Scraper. The beauty about this scraper is you guys don't need to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So just as a disclaimer, you do not need LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You only need the usual generic LinkedIn search for jobs, right? So that's pretty cool. So I'm just using this scraper, and the output or the result, I guess you could say, is going to be like this. It's going to have a company name, the recruiter name, which is huge, the location, the recruiter's headline, right? Again, huge, the recruiter's profile, LinkedIn profile, the company name description, which is amazing, their industry, the company name, the country, company LinkedIn, the description text, right? We can also need the company description, right? The date posted, the title. So all of these are like data that we can manipulate, right? And then we are finding the recruiter's email with an email finder or similar. So since we have the company name, which is the company name here, we have the recruiter name, can just use both these data sources, and we can just go ahead and find the recruiter's name, email, and we can reach them out and saying, hey, we can just basically, instead of you guys hiring in-house, we can just propose our service. So next thing is we're going to clean up the company names and clean up the job titles. So if you guys see here, we have Grizzly New Marketing.inc, right? So we want to clean up all these company names along with job titles, because we want to say something like, hey, I saw you hiring for a sales representative or sales rep. We do not want to say, hey, I saw you hiring for a sales development representative, commercial, real estate, bilingual, English, and Spanish, right? We want to clean up all of this to sales rep, right? So it feels one-on-one. And then we're going to send the data to a second scenario using webhooks. So the idea of this simple is to make it extremely simple again, and scalable for you guys, is we're going to split the scenario in half in Make.com so we can basically bypass the rate limits. Just because when you try to find the email, it's going to take a little bit of time, maybe like 6 seconds, and Make.com's like limit of in terms of how many minutes the scenario can be running is like 40 minutes. So we do not want that, especially when you're working with large data sets such as 2,500 leads, 3,000 leads. We do not want to do that. So we're splitting the scenario in half. So we're sending that data that we just cleaned to another scenario and be like, hey, we just have this new gift for you. There you go. And we're just throwing that to another scenario. Think of it like a bowl, it's like a team. Like, let's say we're playing like football or like soccer for you all Americans. We're just playing football, and then we're just basically, there's a team, and I just pass you the ball, and then you're gonna go and score. So this is like kind of like my analogy when I'm building these. Again, another thing is we are structuring the data, right, using a JSON model, just because the data is going to be in JSON when you send it using webhooks. I'm going to explain to you guys this later on. And then we're cleaning the date posted. Now, if I go back to date posted, we have the data, which is exactly when this job was posted, which is huge. We can use that in our personalization, saying, hey, I saw you posted this job at this exact day, right? So it makes it more one-on-one again, which is the entire thing of our sales system, right? And then again, we're getting the latest company news, right? And then we're generating, again, a personalization. So we're getting the latest company news using a platform called Exa. So we can use that, or we can use, like, just thinking about it now, I can use the company description too. And we also can use the description text, right? So that's that. Another thing, we have generate dream email and add to instantly. So we're just generating another email, right? Using like the constrained variables that I'm going to show you guys, right? So that's that. It's a pretty simple flow. Now let me walk you guys through this and how it visually in Make.com. I'm going to go to the system. So basically I'm just mapping my Google Sheets here, this lead list, right? Mapping it here, and I'm just using the recruiter name plus the company name to find the email. And there you go. I found the email here, which is email. And then I have a filter. So only if the email is found, right? Because these platforms, like 60%, they're going to find the email. So if the email is found, they're going to clean up the company name from Grizzly Marketing LLC to, if I go to choices, message, and it's going to be Grizzly, right? Another thing is we're cleaning the job title using the optimized prompt. Again, if I go to choices, content, it's going to be message and sales rep. There you go. And then we're setting the data. I'm just sending it to a webhook here in Make using a post method. I'm just using full name, company name, job title, email found, and the date posted in industry. And I'm receiving it in the second flow right here. As you guys can see, it's kind of like a waterfall in clay, but like with a fraction of the cost. So I'm receiving the data as JSON, parsing the JSON so I can manipulate it how I want. So there you go. This is clean data. I have the dates, everything in here. And now what I'm doing is I'm feeding in this date posted to a prompt here for Claude. And Claude is basically saying, hey, here's the output, which is January 24th. So this is what I want. Now I'm just using Exa to retrieve a case study from their website, and then I'm generating a congrats line, which is congrats on the Google partnership. Having an insight track often leads to advantages others miss. So this is what I mean by a human email. And then I'm generating a dream email using the constrained variables, right? This is what I always recommend you guys do. And then the third thing is I forgot to add this to instantly. So the last module is going to be added to instantly, and I'm going to show you guys this. So there you go. The result is going to be like this. We're going to have a dream email, which is like this. And then that's pretty much it. Now, let me walk you guys through how this works in real time. So I'm going to go to my growth, and then I'm going to run one. So this scenario is going to listen, and I'm just going to send this data. So the email has been found, cleaning the company name, cleaning job title, and sending the data, right? So it's like 3 seconds flow. I go back, I received everything, and it's already retrieving everything, generating the congrats line, and then generate the dream email like 3 seconds. So the results is, hey Sam, congrats on the Google partnership. Earning their trust in an oversaturated field is quite the feat. Let me go down. I also noticed that Grizzly stands out from the usual generic advertising service companies. That is refreshing to see. Random, but I saw that you're hiring for sales with a job posted on January 24th, which signals exciting growth ahead. That's where I might be able to help. I run a sales agency that delivers 17 times the volume of a typical SDR, and our emails are usually twice as effective. Have generated 10 million in pipeline for companies like Proton and Glovo. Would it be worth 10 minutes of your time this week to chat about how I can do the same or better for you? So this is what I mean by a great email. Yeah. So let me save this. So now that's how I walk you guys through the system. We're just going to go ahead and rebuild this from scratch. I actually forgot how to build this. So I'm going to go to scenarios and then go back and create a new scenario. So this is going to be like extremely raw. Let me remove the OBS from here and get started. There are not going to be no jump cuts in this video. I'm just going to go ahead and stumble and show you guys how to do this from scratch if I were you. So first things first, on the realist, we're going to scrape companies hiring for sales. One thing I recommend you guys do, always have a flow chart in the backend to look at it so you don't get overwhelmed with so many modules. So scrape companies hiring for sales. I'm going to go to my advanced LinkedIn, and all I have to do now is I'm going to go to LinkedIn jobs. In our case, I want to look for companies hiring for SDR or sales, whatever. I'm going to go sales. I'm just going to put SDR, sanity. And I have 1,500 leads. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. And then I'm going to go back to my advanced scraper, fancy scraper. I'm going to paste that in here. In terms of session cookie, go back to your LinkedIn and use edit this cookie to get your session cookie. Copy this. And then you go back to, where is it? Yeah, you're going to go back here. You're going to remove all of this, paste in your session cookie, and make sure you toggle this. Click on scrape more details. Because why? We're going to get the hiring team here and basically the poster full name. For the scrape skills requirement, you do not want to do this. You do not want to toggle this. I tried it. There's not more additional data that you might need. So just don't do it. In terms of total numbers of records, I do not recommend going over 2,500 just because you risk your accounts, your LinkedIn account getting banned. So just because I scraped this morning, I'm just going to put 300. If my account gets banned, I'm going to be really pissed. And then for the run options, I'm going to click on no timeout. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. In terms of residential or data center, always click residential for the proxy and click save and start. And now the scraper is going to keep scraping on behalf of me. It's going to log in. So it's going to be SOD here, account detected. And they're going to go ahead and scrape all that leads for me, right? So let's wait for this bad boy to finish. So there you go. I'm getting companies here hiring for an SDR, company name Dazos, Loris. So I think it's this one. Yeah. So there you go. And then if I go back and look for the recruiter name, okay, so posted at recruiter. So there you go, fields. You're going to have job poster, headline. So this is the guy, or Shadsman. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to wait for this to scrape. So I'm already at 33 results. And then all I have to do now is basically go to Sheets, right? Go to sheets.new, create a new sheet, right? And then all I have to do is going to append, or should I say upload your finalized lead list here. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to show you guys how to clean this up just because I see many people, they like scrape data and they just leave it uncleaned. And I do not recommend you guys do this, right? It's not good. Like make sure you have clean data. You have like bold and like recruiter name, company name, email, all of that. Right, especially if you work with a client and in terms of your deliverables, you're going to include the lead list. Make sure you always clean that up just because clients are always going to see, the aesthetically pleasing. They're going to go for the more aesthetically pleasing, professional results, right? Or product at the end. And trust me, so many agencies that I consulted with, they don't even have like great delivery. They just have like great experience. Like they have aesthetically pleasing presentations and all that. Especially work with enterprise level companies, guys. They like those, suited up, beautiful like presentation, right? That's all they care about at the end, just because they have so much money already. Yeah. So I'm already scraping 36 results. It's taking too long. I'm gonna have to wait, unfortunately. So okay, so I'm on 102. I lied. I agree. And then there you go. I have like a bunch of lead lists here. I'm just gonna wait a little bit more. And then actually, let me just go back to make and add in my sheets. It's going to be search rows. It's gonna put it here and just gonna lay the foundation. So search rows. It's gonna get the data using search rows. Second thing is we're going to find the recruiter's email using an email finder or similar. So let me go back here And then I'm going to click on this plus button. I'm going to look for find the email. I'm just going to use find the email for like this video. And the way you do it is you click on add and you go to sign up to find the email. And you go to sign up here. Click log in. And you're going to log in using your account. You're going to go to API, which is here. And then you're just going to name this, for example, move this, create. Once you create it, you're going to have an API key. Now, I just showed you my API key, so do not run me a big credit card bill. Actually, I'm going to delete this now. No, you guys are not going to do it. So there you go. You're going to paste that in here. You're going to click save. And there you go. Now we're just going to map in the full name and the website or the company name, right? So let's go back here. So we are at, let me refresh this because it takes a little bit of time to refresh. Or maybe it's scraping and it's going to add them at the end. Like in a few seconds, I'm going to see 200 here. Go to log. Let me read through this. Oh yeah. So the scraper works this way. Tried request. So it requests 400. 0% active request, and then it's just gonna like perform a couple of requests, and it's gonna scrape and compile everything, and it's just gonna spit out instead of adding one by one. Okay, that's interesting. Good job. Who is this guy? Curious Coder. Okay, just wait a little bit more for this to finish. Okay. Now let's go back to my make. So I'm going to map this here, and then let me look through the whimsical again. So we're going to clean up the company names and the job titles. And in this video, we're going to use Perplexity AI. Perplexity AI is kind of like the same as OpenAI, right? We're just using like for variation in this video. I'm just going to name this clean company name. And then I'm going to have another module which is going to clean up the job title. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. Clean job title. And then the last thing is that we're going to have to send that data into a webhook. All right. So let me go back to my run here. And it looks like it's taking its sweet ass time. So I'm just going to abort. And then I'm just going to export this. Okay. So in terms of export, what do I want? I want the location. I want the company. I also want recruiter. I want the company LinkedIn URL. I want the company's website. Also want, what do I want? The company name, title, country. What else do I want? Job state, why not? Company description, yes. And I also want easy apply. You can like download whatever you want. And that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. So I'm just going to download this. SDRs, scrape. And I'm going to go to my sheets.new. I'm going to go to file, click on import, and just drag and drop this here and upload. I have to click on upload, sorry. Click on upload and add this bad boy here. And click on append. So append to current sheet. Import data. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, first things first is I have to clean this up. I don't like this data cluttered, just like this. I'm gonna go back here, resize this, specify row height, and then in terms of location, I'm gonna bolden this up and I'm gonna clean up every single field that I do not want. First, I'm gonna delete these. Delete. Company follows. I don't care about this. Company name, yes, I care about this. Delete all of this. And then company description. Job state, I'm going to delete this. leave this. Company name, company website, company LinkedIn, recruiter profile, yes. Recruiter primary name, job poster. I'm just going to delete this. So I have the recruiter name, which is awesome. This is what I want. Oops. And then I'm going to delete other things. Delete column, company name, delete column again. Location, yes, I'll need this, maybe. Let me see. You can keep the location. I'm deleting this one. Company description, yes, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to delete other things. And that's pretty much it. Delete this one too. Company follows, delete. So I'm kind of like showing you guys exactly what to do whenever you want to do it or how you want to fulfill a client, right? So make sure you always have this cleaned up. I'm also going to use enter just because I love enter. So I have the recruitment headline, I have the recruitment name, all of this. So that's pretty much it. Title, da-da-da. All right, awesome. So I'm going to name this SDR scraped. Now, all I have to do is I'm going to map in. I go back to my system here, and I'm actually going to remove this just because it's going to overwhelm you guys. And I'm going to go back here to my sheets, and I'm going to map it. So it's spreadsheet ID, and I'm going to look for, I'm going to refresh this first. I'm going to name this SDR scraped, which is this one. In terms of limits, I'm just going to retrieve one. So sheet name is going to be sheet one. Limits, I'm just going to put one. I'm just going to retrieve one so I can play with it. Run this module only. So I have this. Now, before I do this, I want to clean up something. I'm going to show you guys what this is. I'm going to I'm just going to filter by blanks. I'm going to go to recruit name and I'm going to go to filters because I want to remove all these blanks. So I'm left with the data they want to play with. All right, awesome. So that's pretty good. Wow, like 100 company hiring for like a sales rep. And we just scraped 200. It's like 50%. 50% of the leads we scraped have the recruitment name. So imagine this. That's great. Wait. So now I know that I can't basically use this unless I add this to a new sheet. So I'm going to create a new sheet just because I have a filter. So here's what you should guys be doing. Let me fix this here. So location. This is why I always tell you guys to make sure you fix this before you actually map this in make.com. Recruiter profile, awesome. And then I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to paste that in here. Copy. And I'm going to add this here. Do we have the blanks? No. Okay, great. So let me check this. Perfect. So we don't have the blanks. And then all I have to do now is I'm just going to copy this right here. And I'm going to paste that in here. And then all I have to do again is I'm going to go back down. I'm going to resize the rows. So now I'm actually like having like data that is clean and I can see the data where the data is. So now that's perfect. And I keep on toggling this. So there you go. Now I'm just going to delete this and I'm going to remap this again. So now I'm left with good data. Perfect. Now I'm going to go back to my system here. And instead, I'm just going to map in the second sheet, which is sheet 2. And then all I have to do now is click on save. Run this module only. And now I'm left with everything. Recruiter name, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm just going to feed in this to basically find email. And I have to unlink this just because you need to, okay, you have to click on save, unlink this, right? So you can get the data. Awesome. So full name is recruiter name. The company name is the one. And I'm going to unlink this. Let me zoom out, unlink this, and let's see if we're gonna find the email of that person. Use and find the email. So it looks like we couldn't find this guy's first email. Pretty sure if we use an email finder, we're gonna find the email. Let me check this. So as you guys can see, well, let me copy this, put this guy here. And then in terms of company name, Loris. Let's see if we're gonna find it. So there you go, we found it, but it's not fully verified. It's like provider fee with 70% average delivery rate. So this is why I think it didn't spit out. So let's use this into 5 limits. And just try it. First one is not going to be found, and we're going to try to find the second one. So there you go, we found it. All right, great. So now we validated that this system works. I'm going to force stop this. Thank you, find the email. I'm going to go back to company name, and I'm going to use Sonar. And I'm going to click on add message contents. We're going to put the contents of the prompt for the role. I'm just going to use user. In terms of tokens, just use 950. Temperature, just 1. Contents, I'm just going to go to 7-figure prompts that I shared with you guys. 7-figure prompts right here. And let me fix my camera first. Perfect. Now, second thing is I'm just going to copy this prompt right here, which is the company name formatter. Copy this. Go back. Paste that in here. And then I'm just going to map in the company name that I have here, which is the company name. And then company's domain is the company's domain that Find the email is going to give us, which is domain here. And then another thing, in the person's bio, I don't want to deal with the person's bio. I'm going to deal with the company's profile, company's description. I'm going to use the company's description, yeah. And the company description. Delete this. And I'm going to put in the company's description, which is this one. And I'm going to click save. Okay, and then I'm just going to add in here, and then Sonar, add message. I'm going to go to content. I'm going to put in the job title cleaner, go back to user, and then max tokens again, 950. Temperature just 1, and go back, and I'm going to copy this, go back, paste that in here. And the job title, I'm going to put in the job title here, which is title. And then let's just see. So the first one couldn't be found. So the best way is to actually not waste our tokens, just delete this guy here, and then go back, run once. So I found the email, clean the company name, and then if I look through, oh, let me force stop this. I think we added 5 here. Oh yeah, that's why. That's fine. I'm gonna go to this, look for choices, content, message, content. Let's go. Yeah, so we need to fix this first. Sonar, I'm gonna use Sonar Pro. I think I know why. Yeah, Sonar Pro is way more better than Sonar. It's because it outputted like a not something that I want. Okay, let me go here. Message, SDR, content SDR. All right, great. Now I'm just gonna put 1 here, and then let me read through this again. Run once again. Click save. Run once. And then let's see if Perplexity is being good or is going to piss me off. Okay, content is Gimba. All right, great. Now, what do we have here? Content, message, SDR. All right, great job. Now I'm just going to send this to the second scenario, which is going to be a make HTTP request. So make a request. And then I'm going to go to scenario and I'm just going to say, I'm just going to name this growth, rebuild. And if you guys want to want the original one, it's the same, but let me know. Rebuild part one. So it's going to be part one. And then I'm going to go create a new scenario. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and look for webhooks. It's going to be custom webhook. And then I'm just going to name this part two. And then click on add. I'm just going to name this growth webhook rebuild callback. I'm going to copy this and let me delete this, go back here. And I'm going to go to my first scenario and the URL I'm going to query in is going to be this. Method is going to be post because I'm posting. No headers. Body type is going to be raw. Content type is going to be JSON. And for the request content is going to be some JSON that we're going to write. Click on parse response here. And what I'm going to do now is basically write some JSON. So the data that I want to send is the following. I want to send for full name, which is going to be full name here, which is here, full name, full name, full name. I'm just going to map this here, recruiter name. So recruiter name. There you go. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be, what do we want? Email found here. And I'm going to map what? The results of the email, which is email. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what do I want to send? The cleaned company name. And then it's going to be content here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, cleaned job title. And it's going to be SDR, which is SDR. What else do I want to send? That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I need the industry. Did I take in the industry? I think I forgot. Oh man, I forgot to add in the industry here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, but that's fine. What we can do is we can add in the date posted. Do we have the date posted? I forgot to add this. So weird. Okay, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete all of this and I'm just gonna redo it from scratch. I don't care. I'm gonna re-download this SDR scraped and I'm gonna redo this again. And I'm gonna do it in like 5 seconds. Alrighty, so this is what I've done, guys. So I went ahead and just downloaded the file, but I included now all the fields that were there, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is I will go back to my make, and now I'm just gonna remap this, click save, and I'm gonna retrieve that data that I have here, and it's going to be this one here, so SDR scraped. So this is the new file that I downloaded. SDR scraped. In terms of sheet, it's going to be sheet 1. I'm just going to retrieve it. Click on save. Rerun this and remap this again. All right, perfect. Now I have the industry, blah, blah, blah. Now, recruiter full name is going to be full name, which is recruiter name. And then the company name. Perfect. Now I can again clean up the company name, which is company name, company description. So description. add this here, job title. So title. Title, which is this one here. Click save, and now I'm just gonna send this by adding the full name here, which is recruiter name. Recruiter name here. Recruiter name, company name, choices, job title, and I'm gonna also include now industry. So the industry is the following. So industry, which is company industry, which is great. What do I need again? They posted, which is timestamp 1862 format. Don't ask me how I know this. I know it's so random. Go to they posted, and I think it's posted at. Posted at. Yeah. Posted at. And that's pretty much it, I believe. Let me see if we have any issues with JSON. Maybe we do. So now I'm going to go back here and make sure you click on Show Advanced. And I think that's pretty much it. Edit, IP. Yeah, get requests, HTTP requests. It took me a long time to understand that you should toggle this. Yeah, it's going to save you so much time. Click Save. Click Run once. And then I'm going to run once again. Emails found. Clean up the company name. Send in requests. And hopefully you don't have any issues with the JSON. Awesome. So we received this. Great. Now we have everything. And then I'm going to structure this using a JSON module. Parse JSON. And then all you have to do is just copy this. And I'm going to show you guys how it's going to be. It's going to be really good now. It's going to be perfect. Let me run this. Oh yeah, I have to put this here first. And then I'm just going to get the data as in this way. So now that is pretty good. I can just map in my data here, value. And now all I have to do is basically clean up the day posted job, right? So I'm going to use Perplexity again, or maybe I should use Claude. Yeah, create a prompt. And then I'm going to copy the prompt here that I have. I'm just going to use 950 tokens. That's all you need, really. Go to content, go to type, go to text. Text is going to be I think I have it in my 7-figure prompts. I'm going to have to update this. So let me go back here. I'm just going to copy it, which is this one here, growth V2. I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to take this here, copy, paste this here. And the date posted is going to be date posted here. And then all I have to do now, guys, is instead of basically showing you like a resending basically the webhook, I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna like get the data here by hard coding it. And I click on OK, and it's May 20th. Is it? No, it's December. Okay, let me run this and let's check. Wait, let me see if I'm mapping the correct data. So they posted, yeah. Click on run once. Let me send this again. Go this December 5th. Okay. Okay. Now I have this. I want to retrieve the case study. I'm going to use EXA. So either you can use EXA, but now that I think about it, we can use the company's description, right? But there's a problem with this, right? Is that we forgot to send the ID of the Google Sheets. We need to send this ID so we can retrieve it. Huh. So what we're going to do, guys, is here's what we're going to do. I'm going to include the sheet ID, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, sheet ID. And then all I have to do is send the sheet ID here, which is the sheet ID, spreadsheet ID. And I'm going to add this here. And now I can essentially, first, wait, I'm going to go back to my system here, run once, go back, send the data. And now I will have the sheet ID that I can use to what? Get the remaining data. Go to search rows. And now I can basically go to select method and map in the ID that I have here, which is the ID, sheet ID, and filter by, okay, so filter by what? Filter by, sheet name. So let's first let's hard code this, right? So sheet name is going to be sheet 1, okay? So let me go to sheet 1. And the spreadsheet ID is going to be the spreadsheet ID that we have here. And let me retrieve the data first, and then I can see later on how it's going to be. So I'm going to put this here, save this, run this only. So now I can retrieve that data. So I know what it looks like. And I'm going to do something which is filter by company recruiter name equals to the recruiter name that we have here. Right? And then now, if I delete this and add in the sheet ID along with sheet 1, which is going to be sheet 1, right? I can essentially click on save, and then I'm going to run this once, and I'm going to click on run once, and I'm going to see if I'm going to receive the exact one. Okay, send in that data. This bad boy is going to take this data, is going to parse that data, and then we're not going to have an error, maybe? Are we going to have an error? Are we going to have an error? Okay, we did not have an error. Perfect. So the first name equals first name. Great. Now, instead of getting the case study using Exa, I can just feed in the company description to Claude. And we can generate a good personalized line. So I'm going to go here, go to Sinet, max tokens 3060. In terms of show advanced settings, the system prompt that I want, I'm just going to copy the one that I already have here, which is here. You can still use Exa, right? I'm just, since you do not want to like waste tokens, we can just go ahead and, use what we have. Put this here. And then in terms of temperature, I'm just going to 0.9, add message, role, and then content, text. And text is going to be the prompt that I already have here. I'm just going to copy this, paste that in here. And then the data is going to be company description, company industry, and I'm also going to feed in yeah, that's pretty much it. Click save. And I'm just going to run once and see here. Hopefully we have a good output from Claude. So clean the company name. And then congrats on the 30 million race. Democratizing product creation is tackling a key friction point. Okay, that's pretty good. I like this. Now, I can essentially write my perfect email. I'm going to go to set variables, dream email. I'm going to copy my dream email from here, right? Copy, delete this, paste that in here, and I'm going to show you guys what you should be doing. So don't get overwhelmed. So I'm just using a split formula, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So we have hey, first name, which is the first name that we have here. So we don't have the first name. The recruiter name is first name. I'm just going to split the first name. Or actually, since I have this, I can just go back to my structured data, right? Hey, full name. So as you guys can see, there's a space between first name and full name and last name. So I'm going to split that by a space, right? So I'm going to split that full name by a space by adding a space here. And then I'm going to get the first one. So get the first one. And then I'm going to have the congrats line here, which is going to be my congrats line. Boom. I also noticed that company name, which is the clean company name, is going to be this one here. Clean company name, and stands out from the usual generic. Lower just means we are taking this industry, business consultant and services. I'm just going to say it's lowered case, right? So let me go back to industry. In terms of job posted is going to be the job posted here. And then that's pretty much it, I believe. Click save. Let me save this. I'm going to run this once, send the data. I'm going to receive that data here. Okay, generate dream emails, read through this. Hey Jim, we have the congrats line. Providing seamless access is key to enabling innovation. I also noticed that Gimba sends out from the usual generic business consultant and services companies. That is refreshing to see. Random, but saw that you're hiring for sales with a job posting on the 5th December. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, one thing that I don't like here is I see that Claude is spitting out like a new line. So what I'm gonna do is gonna copy this. Actually, not this one. I'm gonna copy this prompt, and I'm just gonna save, and I'm gonna delete this bad boy because I do not want to deal with Claude spitting out new lines. I'm just gonna use Perplexity, and then I'm gonna use Sonar Pro 950. No need for the temperature. Content is going to be content, and is gonna be user. And now I'm going to have a better result, trust me. Like I know. Because Claude sometimes has some issues with new lines, and I do not want to deal with that. So choices, message, content. Click save. And one thing that I want to do is, in terms of temperature, I'm going to use 0.8. And I'm going to up the tokens to 3090. Click save. Gonna run once, and I'm gonna run once again for our sanity, and then let's just look through this. So I believe Perplexity is good now. So let's read through this. Hey Jim, congrats on empowering product innovation, streamlining a complex process most find daunting. I also noticed that Gimba stands, okay, so with a job post on December 5th. Okay, thank you Perplexity. And Claude, you are fired. That's where I might be able to help. I run a sales agency, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm just going to add this to my Instantly account. Go to Instantly, add leads to a campaign. And essentially, all you have to do is you're going to add in. So we have, so these are campaigns. I was going to put this here. And then I'm going to go back to my lead email, which is lead email. As you guys can see, now I have the structured finalized data, which is like, I love seeing data this way. In terms of first name, again, full name is going to split. Let me zoom out. Split based on a space. And we're going to get the first one. And again, we're going to now get the second one, which is the last name. Company name is a clean company name. Personalization is going to be the dream email. Click save, and there you go. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to include this for you guys and the free blueprints as always. All right, everyone. Hopefully you found some value in this video. I'm going to include the free resource in the description. If you guys want to see more of these videos, let me know in the comments down below. Check out Sales Systems Mastery is the easiest, most straightforward way to build a profitable sales system agency and leverage AI and automation going in 2025 in real life projects and real life automations that actually drive revenue other than automating article writing. I did not say that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.